So in the end, disappointment here at Old Trafford, and I just wonder whether the fact that Leicestershire managed to lose the game to Nottinghamshire, so it wouldn't have made any difference here, makes it easier or even slightly more difficult to take.
Well, yeah, it is what it is really. We didn't focus too much on that, I suppose. It was disappointing today. We were at least 20 short with the bat to make a game of it. I know it was quite tight at one point, but they were always in control, wickets in hand, and just making that target smaller really. And then as soon as they got a chance to take advantage, they did, and the game was pretty easy in the end. So not too worried about the other stuff, but disappointed in ourselves.
Yeah, because I mean, we said about 20 short, 153, which is what Northamptonshire got here last year, and almost won that game, which is a very tight finish. So you think 160 would have been competitive?
Yes, we said 170 really, and then kind of as we lost a few wickets and we were behind the 8 ball, we kind of said 160 to be in the game. But 138 or whatever it was, 137, we were always going to be short unless we got 2 or 3 very early wickets. But they controlled it pretty well, didn't they? Phil Salt played beautifully. So yeah, we were always behind the game.
Not easy conditions, particularly at the start of the match, with a lot of cloud around, slightly sticky pitch. Doesn't help when Joss Butler comes up with a world-class catch as well to get Ricardo Vasconcelos early on.
Yeah, he did. We thought it was 4 kind of thing when he nicked it, and then all of a sudden he pulls it off. Again, game-changing, those little half chances. That's why he's one of the best in the world.
Justin Broad again, and we keep saying it after more or less every game, but he played really well again today, and he just looks as though he belongs.
He does. He's a great find. He's one of our positives from this tournament. He's a multi-format player. He bats, he bowls, the fields. His attitude's superb, and he's certainly one that we're going to enjoy working with closely in coming years.
What about AJ Tye? Because he took an awful lot of stick earlier on in the competition. Finished up with 19 wickets. I mean, only 4 have ever taken 20 in a season for Northamptonshire, and with the bat as well. He has contributed, particularly in the second half of the tournament.
He has. Look, AJ's a world-class performer. He is. He plays all around the world. He's won tournaments all around the world. He's played at the highest level. I think if he's honest, which he is, he's kind of said he was a little bit under par for the first half of the tournament. He wasn't the only one. You do rely on your big players, in tournament cricket to stand up. He was one of them who didn't quite, but as the tournament went on, he showed his class. He changed a couple of games with the bat, and he changed a couple of games with the ball. So, he's a world-class performer. He's a good character in that dressing room. We've learnt a lot from him. So,
I'm sure you'll be having lots of debriefs about the T20 campaign. Just looking back on it now, any particular factors? I mean, presumably it was just a case that poor start did make it very, very difficult to go through. We said that at the halfway stage, and in the end, albeit by a relatively narrow margin, that's what it proved.
You're spot on, Radders. The first half of the tournament we were poor really. We didn't play good enough cricket at all. We weren't together enough, I don't think. And then as a second half of the tournament, I think we played some brilliant cricket. The structure and the blueprint that we had and the way we went about our business was excellent. You're always going to win and lose games of cricket, that's fine. But the way we played in that second half of the tournament, if we'd have started like that, then I'm very confident we'd have been going through. So look, there's a couple of themes throughout as well. I think we got to play spin better throughout. I think that's a theme. A couple of games that we got blown away by spin. We have to be able to get off strike. We have to be able to hit kind of lower risk boundaries. That is a theme that we have to spend some time on. But look, generally we didn't play enough cricket in the first. Didn't play enough high-class cricket in the first half. Second half we came together and played some brilliant cricket. So we just left it too late.
And it must be frustrating. You look back at the records since winning it in 2016. There's been almost a sort of glass ceiling. They haven't won. Northamptonshire haven't managed to win more than 6 games in any season since then. It almost seems sort of a bit of a bogey figure. Next season, presumably, looking to go way beyond that.
Yes, we've got again. We will debrief it properly. We'll look through it. We'll kind of fathom it out and focus our attention on upskilling in those certain areas. We'll look at what we need to bring in. And we're very confident in the nucleus that we've got moving forward, that we can become that T20 side that challenges, for knockout stages year in, year out. So, look, it's disappointing at the minute. It's disappointing not to qualify. It's a very, very tough league, as we've seen. Everybody's beating everybody. But look, I think we just did not play good enough cricket in the first half of the tournament, and we left ourselves too big a challenge when we did get some momentum.
A little bit of a break now, but still a huge amount of cricket left to play. Lots of championship cricket, and of course the 50 over cup to come.
Yeah, that's what we've set up there. You know, there's nobody's guaranteed a place now. That's where we're at. You know, we've got one batting point all season in championship cricket, so that's an area that we just have to kind of get better if we're going to put ourselves in positions to win games in 4-day cricket. There was some good stuff to come out of the Kent game, but again, first innings runs cost us and it put us behind the 8 ball. So look, loads of cricket left. That 50 over tournament is one that we're going to pick our best team and then try and win every game, try and win that tournament, which is good. You know, we have to just keep turning up, growth mindset, get better every day.